No, I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back. So they're really numb with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. No, I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are looking to buy the cheapest and most reliable Madden coins on the market, head over to buymaddencoins.com. They guarantee a 5-minute delivery on all purchases and offer 24/7 customer support. Use code MAZE at checkout for 10% off. Woo! Oh yeah! All right! Yeah! Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we got a very special one for you. Some of you aren't gonna like this. I already know I'm gonna get a lot of comments saying, this is what's wrong with Madden, all the YouTubers giving away all the glitches. But the fact of the matter is there's a lot of glitches in Madden right now, and if you are subscribed to my channel, I do not want you to be behind on info. I want everybody who is a part of the Milk Gang, everybody who is a part of the 8-inch Mafia, who has ever clicked subscribe on my channel, to have the ins and outs of everything Madden 20, whether that's glitches, good schemes, everything. So what we're going over in this video is the biggest glitches in Madden 20. This is part 1, all right? There are 2 parts to this. There are 10 pretty game-changing glitches that I know of off the top of my head. This is gonna be 5. It would be too much to put in one video. So if this video gets 2,000 likes, that might be too much. 1,000, you know what? 1,500, we'll split the difference. If this video gets 1,500 likes, I will do the part 2 going over the next 5 glitches. So in today's video, we're going over glitches 1 through 5. Before we do that, as always, we're gonna get into the best and worst comments of the day. The best comment of the day goes to Mark GH, who said, this video was good, but a gallon of chocolate milk would have made it great. Mark, you're absolutely correct. I have not forgotten about you, Milk Gang. I got 128 fluid ounces of the nectar of the gods right here, and I just can't wait to dive in. And the worst comment of the day goes to Prince2Wavy, who said, Maze, I'm currently in the hospital due to the fact of how wide my anus is. Not due to the fact that I've completely dicked by Big Dick Dickerson, but due to the fact that I have been shitting on kids with your offensive scheme. Thanks for your time and comment of the day. Prince2Wavy, thank you. Congratulations. Is that a good thing? I don't know, man. Congrats on shitting on kids, but also get well soon because of your wide anus? I don't know. And an honorable mention goes to Frankie the HH, who said, yo, Maze, it's my birthday. Can I get a comment of the day? Love your vids, bro. Keep it up. Frankie, from me to you, happy birthday, man. I hope you had a great day. Now, we got a lot of content to go over, guys, so I'm going to get right into it. The first glitch that I'm going to go over, and this is going to be one of the more useful ones that you can apply in your gameplay, is going to be how to glitch out man-to-man run defense. So to start, I'm going to go over probably the most common run of the game. It's going to be I-form tight, halfback stretch. And then as you guys know in Madden 20, all of the best run defense are usually man-based blitzes. The one I've posted on my channel is Edge Blitz 1, and this is the one you're going to see most commonly online. So I'm going to go over Edge Blitz 1, and I'm going to show you how to glitch this out when you're running the ball to make your runs much more effective. So as you guys can see on defense, it's called Edge Blitz 1 because there's one high safety and it's man coverage across the board. I went over a setup on how everyone's running it online. If you guys do not know, go check out the video. It's on my channel. But that's how most people's run defense are going to look when they're running Edge Blitz 1. So our offensive play art is going to look like this, and then on defense, you can see that our man coverage is on the wide receiver and the 2 tight ends. Now on offensive, I'm going to flip the play. You're going to see that cornerback on the right, Roberts here, is not going to run all the way over with the wide receiver. They're basically going to switch assignments, and the left cornerback is going to take over as man coverage on the wide receiver. So as you can see on defense now that left corner is manned up on the wide receiver, that right cornerback goes over to the tight end, and then the safety scoots over to the left tight end. Now, if we go and reset our play, we go back. Now, I'm going to show you something that you can do to kind of mess up your defense's alignments. Instead of just flipping the play by pressing square and R2 like you normally would, if you take your right stick and you flick it to the left, and then you motion over this wide receiver manually, instead of switching assignments, that right side cornerback runs all the way to the left side. So now on defense, we have 2 cornerbacks on the left side and 1 safety on the right. But as we saw, the defense wants to have cornerbacks on the right and left, and then a safety on the inside. So now what's going to happen here is if we flip the play after this, it's going to do something really interesting. Wow, look at that. And I can hike the ball while there's no one over there. And so if we look at the replay, What ended up happening was when you flip the play, the defense wanted to go back to their initial setup with a cornerback on the right and a cornerback on the left and a safety. So what they did is, so what ended up happening was Jamal Adams, the safety right here, is essentially trying to switch places with this cornerback. And what you can do is you can hike the ball before they're done switching. So essentially they're both on the left side. You're running the ball to the right, and now there's absolutely nobody over here. So you have a huge advantage in the run game. Now this isn't the only run play and formation you can do this with. You can actually do this with a lot of others, but I'm gonna show you one more time. So if I flip the play to the left and then I motion this guy over, and then when I flip the play again by pressing square and R2, essentially it flips the run just to the right, and then you can hike it while they're in the middle of switching. So now they're both on the left side. I hiked it early, and it's an easy gain right there. The numbers are very much in your favor. Now, there are other ways you can glitch out the man defense as well. I'm going to show you guys another way right now. So again, we have our run play going to the right, and as you can see, the numbers are pretty even. You don't really have an advantage in the run game. When I flip to the left, it's the same thing. However, when we motion Waller over, you're going to see Jamal Adams follows him and then goes back. And now instead of being manned up on Waller, he's manned up on the fullback. Except he's on the right side of the formation and we are running to the left. You see that just gave us an advantage. Now we have more blockers on the left than we did before, and we have the same amount of defenders. So using this advantage, it's much more beneficial to run to that side. So again, the running game is all about numbers. Again, that was bad run stick by me. But we had a huge advantage in blocking. So again, guys, those are basically two ways you can glitch out the man coverage. And this isn't the only formation and play you can do it out of. But once again, I'm going to show you that the best way that I like to do is when you flip that play and you catch them over on that left side, the numbers are crazy and you have a huge hole. And if you can figure it out in your own playbook, in your own scheme, how to work this, you're going to be facing a lot of people online that run man-to-man run defense. So if you find a way to glitch it, it's going to make them have to get out of their man-to-man run defense, and now you're going to be able to run the ball a lot easier. The next glitch we're going to go over is how to swerve catch, and this has been asked a lot in my comment section. So we're going to go against the Tampa 2. I'm going to show you guys how to swerve catch and what swerve catching is exactly. So to put it simply, swerve catching is basically manually clicking onto your receiver and adjusting him while the ball is in the air so you get a better animation on the catch. Now to start, let's say you want to throw a corner route to Renfro. And I'm going to throw this without the swerve catch and show you guys how it looks with no swerve catch. You see how it took him a while to turn up field? He didn't really get a speed boost. Now here's what that same play is going to look like if you do get the swerve catch animation. See how he kind of switched shoulders? He was catching it over, and it helped him continue his speed upfield instead of having to turn. So again, he's running his corner out. I throw the ball, and you can see I click on right here is where I click on. And once I click on, I'm still accelerating with him, and I swerve inside and then back outside, and you see how his head turns. That's the important part right there. His head turns, and so instead of catching the ball over his left shoulder and having to manually turn upfield, he caught the ball already over his right shoulder, almost like a streak. And he just kept running forward, and it helped him take it into the end zone. So again, guys, to do that, I clicked on after I threw the ball. I clicked on my receiver, kept running him forward, and then swerved in and then back out, all right? And by doing that, it's essentially switching the shoulder he's catching the ball over. Now, honestly, more often than not, they're not going to completely switch shoulders, but they're going to get like a different animation. As you can see, like that running animation, it kind of like sucks you into it when you swerve in and gives you a speed boost. It's kind of hard to explain, but I would highly recommend just getting online and just swerving. I swerve catch basically every single catch I have. The next example of a swerve catch is in the flat. So I'm going to throw a pass to Williams. This is with no swerve catch. You see he got about 3 or 4 yards, and he caught the ball over his left shoulder and then had to turn like 90 degrees upfield, and it took a really long time. So I'm going to show you guys again. This is 16 Williams. I threw it. He catches the ball over his left shoulder and then turns all the way around 180 degrees and then gets tackled for like 3 or 4 yards. Now I'm going to show you with the swerve catch. He's essentially going to catch it in stride, already facing upfield, and get a faster animation. Again, if you aren't swerve catching basically every catch you do, you should just get in the habit of it, because the swerve catch is going to add on like a lot of extra yards after the catch, and it's kind of just fun, honestly. Swerve catching is just something that I've grown to like. I basically do it after every catch. This one is honestly a little bit harder to do, but I'm going to show you guys a replay after this one and show you why it's a little bit better as we stop the play here. So again, comparing the replay, you can see after I throw the ball, I click on. So this is right where I click on in the flats. I literally just, it's the smallest swerve out and then up. And so now instead of catching it over his left shoulder, he's catching it over his right shoulder. And he's already facing upfield. So now after you catch the ball, there's no turning that needs to happen. There's no waste of time. He catches it and runs upfield and gets a few extra yards. It's something small, but then if they miss a tackle, you're already in stride. So this one is a little bit more difficult because you got to click on and swerve really fast. But as you can see, it's just the smallest swerve out and then facing upfield now, and it changes your animation ever so slightly. The last swerve catch I want to show you is going to be a little bit more difficult to show, but if you're running to the sideline or like out of bounds or something, and the ball might lead you out of bounds, sometimes if you swerve catch, the animation can keep you inbounds. That was a terrible example right there. It's going to be hard to show in practice, but I'll try to get one for you. Right there, you can kind of see I swerved in a little bit. I'll try to get here. I'm throwing a triangle on the sideline. But basically, I threw it kind of late, and the ball might have led him out of bounds. But basically, I swerved and kind of just took a little bit extra time in the route and stopped him a little bit. And then he gets the animation right on the sideline instead of potentially running out of bounds. Basically, the whole point of swerve catching is manually taking control of your receiver and changing their body position for your advantage. So whether it's the way that the angle they're catching the ball in the route, the angle they're rat catching it, the angle they're heading to the sideline, you're basically just doing your best to manually control your receiver to give them the best animation possible. Now, this is something you're only going to improve by practicing. So again, my recommendation is just while you're playing, every single throw you do, swerve catch to some extent, whether it's a possession catch or a rat catch. Just practice and get better at it. Now, the next glitch I want to talk about is how to substitute a wide receiver in for your tight end. Now, this is not going to work for every formation, but there are a ton of formations that this does work. I've already gone over in one of my past tip videos with gun split close, but in gun split close, you can essentially get 3 wide receivers in instead of 2 wide receivers and a tight end. The formation I'm going to go over right now is tight slots halfback weak. As you can see, there are 3 wide receivers and then a tight end on the right. Where 83 is, that is Darren Waller. That is the Raiders tight end. Normally, if you go to substitute, I'm going to go over to 83. You're going to see you can only put in right tackle, tight end, left tackle, fullback, middle linebacker. You can't put in any wide receivers right there. Now, there's a special package on the bottom right. It's called Strong Slot. What Strong Slot does is it moves your wide receiver to tight end and your tight end to wide receiver. So initially with this package, you're not supposed to have 4 wide receivers in, but as you can see, it moves Darren Waller, 83, over to the right where number 12, Zay Jones was. Now, Zay Jones is in the tight end position and Darren Waller is in the wide receiver position, but when you go to substitute, it still shows Darren Waller at the tight end position, and you still cannot substitute in a tight end here. However, when you go to Zay Jones, number 12, and you put in Harris, this is a wide receiver. You can put him in right here, and then when you go back, it still shows Darren Waller right there, but let's say we come out in XDig, and I'm going to show you guys. Now, Harris is where the tight end was, and Zay Jones is also where he was in the player. So now we have 4 wide receivers in there. Now, the reason this is a glitch is because ideally when Darren Waller and the receiver switch spots, so now Zay Jones is at tight end and Darren Waller is at wide receiver, you should only be able to sub in other tight ends at that wide receiver position now. But because it kind of glitches out and there's a discrepancy, you're able to put 4 wide receivers on the field. Now, like I said, you can do this with gun split close, which is a very popular one. The one I just did it with is gun tight slots. You can also do it with gun spread Y flex. So again, if you look at it, there's 2 wide receivers on the left, a tight end and a wide receiver on the right. If I go over to my packages with my right stick, and I go to strong slot, it's going to move the tight end all the way to the left. Now, when I go to make my substitutions, this left, it says it's still Tyrell Williams, but really I know Tyrell Williams is where 83 is. That's not actually where Tyrell Williams is right now. So I put Harris back in. So I go back to my play art. It still shows Darren Waller's in there for some reason, even though he's not. And then when I actually go out to my on the field, you're going to see now we have 4 wide receivers out there. There are no tight ends on the field. So if you pass a lot, this is a great way to get more wide receivers on the field to improve your passing game. All right, the next tip I'm going to show you guys is something that I think is going to be very beneficial to you guys, and it's out of 146, and it's how to glitch out the blocking running back so he doesn't pick anybody up on a block, and it's pretty stupid. So as you guys know, if you come out in DB Sting 2 Buzz, and then on offense I'm going to come out in Gun Bunch, and I'm just going to choose Spacing Switch. So as you can see, when you come out in DB Sting 2 Buzz and you audible to a cover 2 Sting, that's what it looks like. Everybody knows once you QB contain, we're only sending 4 on the offense, if we don't block anybody, you see that DB is going to scream off the edge and sack you every time. You're only blitzing 4. The offensive line is blocking 5. Somehow it still comes in. Now on offense, we know. So let's go back to what we were doing. Cover 2 sink, QB contain. We're only blitzing 4 here. On offense, we know if we block our running back on the side of the blitz, that running back is going to pick up the blitz very easily. Very easy way to stop a blitzing corner off the edge. So something that I just saw on Twitter is how to essentially dumb out that running back so he doesn't pick up the blitz. So again, we got the cover 2 sink set up. You want to make sure this DB right here is coming off the edge into contain. He's going to be right on the ass of this D lineman right here. All you got to do is man up this linebacker right here on the running back and slide him back. He's going to go back to that natural position. And then you're going to see on offense, running back is blocked. And when we hike the ball, the running back just goes dumb. I don't know why, but when you man him up and slide that linebacker back on the same side, for some reason the running back just goes dumb. All right, so once again, move this guy right here, QB contain, and then all you gotta do is man this guy up on the running back and slide him back. And then he's gonna go to his natural position. On offense, we block the running back. Once again, running back just goes straight stupid. Now, this is important because now your opponent's always going to have to block 7 when you're only sending 4. So you're going to have way more extra guys in coverage. They're only going to be able to send 3 routes out. And you're going to have a huge advantage just because you're forcing them to block 7 every single time and you're only sending 4. Now, this last glitch I like a lot because it's kind of like my baby. If you follow me on Twitter, you've seen I've tweeted about it quite a bit. I've talked about it in my streams quite a bit. But basically, it's the roaming Deadeye glitch. So if you guys didn't know the difference between roaming Deadeye and dashing Deadeye, roaming Deadeye is an ability that is more common. Michael Vick gets this ability. Other quarterbacks get this ability. And it's perfect pass accuracy while standing outside of the pocket. So this is not on the run. Dashing Deadeye is perfect pass accuracy while you're on the run outside of the pocket. So for the offenses that like to roll out and get those on the run perfect Deadeye animations, most of the time they don't like Michael Vick or some of these other quarterbacks because they can't get the on-the-run perfect accuracy. Here's where the glitch comes in. Roaming Deadeye, there is no penalty for under pressure. There is no penalty for cross-body throws. Dashing Deadeye, if you're on the run and you try to throw cross-body, your dashing Deadeye will be nullified and you'll probably be inaccurate. If you're on the run and you're under pressure, your dashing Deadeye is nullified. Roaming Deadeye, you don't get penalized for those things. Now you might be asking, what's the glitch? I don't really get it. But essentially, you can get roaming Deadeye to give you on-the-run perfect accuracy throws with one simple trick. All right, guys, so I'm in a solo challenge right now. I'm going to show you guys the glitch in action. I'm going to go to gun-tight doubles and zig under, and then I'm just going to do like a deep out route or something like that. I don't really know what I'm trying to throw here. But I'm going to roll out to the left and throw it to Owens. I'm using Michael Vick. Again, he has roaming Deadeye. Michael Vick does not get dashing Deadeye. And this is the main reason most people don't want to use Vick, because they feel like they can't live without the dashing Deadeye. So I'm going to roll out here. We look at that on-the-run Deadeye. So how did I do that? On-the-run Deadeye. So guys, how I'm doing this is I'm essentially letting go of R2 or the throw button right as I on-the-run Deadeye again. Sorry. As I go to throw the ball, I let go of R2 or right trigger, which is how you run with your quarterback. And before he can stop running, he starts his throw animation. So how this works is the AI senses that you're throwing the ball on the run because your guy hasn't set his feet yet, but at the same time, because you're not holding right trigger, the roaming Deadeye triggers it as a set feet throw. Now, I know that sounds really confusing, but basically, because you haven't set your feet yet, you get the on-the-run animation, on-the-run Deadeye again, but also because you're not holding down right trigger, you get the roaming Deadeye perfect accuracy. Now, I'm going to argue that roaming Deadeye is even better than dashing Deadeye because you don't get the cross-body penalty. So I'm going to try to make a cross-body throw here and see if I can make it work to show you guys that you're not going to get this penalty. On the run Deadeye, that wasn't really crossbody, but as you guys could see, I don't know if I'll show a replay, it kind of looked like crossbody. I was rolling out to my right with a left-handed quarterback and threw it back crossbody. I don't know. But this is pretty much my favorite glitch in the game right now, guys, and it's partially because I feel like I discovered it. because I feel like I've been tweeting about it a ton, trying to tell everybody, and now people are kind of like starting to realize it, and I'm getting people messaging me and stuff saying that they're like, they're happy I found it out and let them know about it. So if you guys do want to use Michael Vick or another quarterback that gets roaming Deadeye and not dashing Deadeye, I promise you, if you condition yourself to just let go of the run trigger right as you throw it, so it'll look like this. You'll just let go and throw it like that. You'll be running with your quarterback, and then right as you go to throw it, let go like that, and you'll get the Deadeye animation. So there you guys go. Those are the 5 biggest glitches in Madden 20 right now. If you guys want part 2 and another 5 glitches, get this video to 1,500 likes, and it will be coming soon. If you did like this video, be sure to leave a like down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.
Now I'm on the outside.